Oh, hey guys, it's Alan at Boston Fan, and I wanted to film today what I've been calling my trade deadline videos, where I go over my month's pickups from Trading Card Database. This was going to be a little bit of a whopper because I sort of went crazy. I'm going to show you just the stack of cards I have to go through, 2 stacks there. I went crazy in my requests. So basically, if you find a card you want, you just can look up who has the card for trade, and you just send them trade requests. And so I sent a tremendous amount of trade requests this month out. And so I got a lot of cards back, a lot to go through. But I did want to give a shout out. So when I'm doing this, a lot of times I will pick up cards that I didn't know existed, and I'm focusing on a lot of different small areas that I wouldn't spend money on. I'm trading kind of my, not doubles, but like my older cards from when I was a kid to young adult that I just don't want. Inserts, base cards of Hall of Famers that I don't necessarily need or that are doubles. I have, thousands of parallels and inserts from the 90s and early 2000s that it doesn't fit my collection anyway. So if I can trade it for a Red Sox card or an insert set I want to work on, or a Hall of Famer in a newer set, then I'm going to do it. So that's what I'm going to show off, and we'll see some projects that I'm working on. I did want to give out a shout out to one member in particular to start, and I'll get a couple shout outs as you go through cards. But Brent Richard sent me a care package, and I shout him out in this video because a lot of times when I'm watching his videos, I have to pause his videos. He does a lot of 90s inserts, and he focuses really on the photography of the card and how the card looks and its aesthetics and the uniqueness to it, whether it's got refractor foil or silver. He just goes into how the card looks, and he has a love for those cards. And so I paused the video and I'm like, hey, that set is actually kind of cool. Are there any cards in it that I want? They're Red Sox players, or maybe there's a Griffey, and I'll add them on Trading Card Database to my want list. And so that adds to stuff that I pick up. So he sent me, of course, his 84 Donruss style card. As he's been doing, he sends the Nolan Knows Bow card, which is pretty cool. So that'll go in my Nolan Ryan stack. And he sent me this because, he did a video and he showed a Phil Plantier card, I believe. And when I was a really little kid, Phil Plantier was my favorite player. I spent not my summers, but all the games that I went to when I was a kid were Pawtucket Red Sox games at McCoy Stadium. R.I.P. McCoy, they just tore it down. And he's the earliest player that I can remember. I was probably 6, maybe 7 when he played for the Paw Sox. And I liked him because this literally was his batting stance. I mean, he would crouch super low, and as a 6-year-old, that stands out to you. I also didn't understand that his name was Phil, not Bill. And so he was the player that I remember the most from my years watching the Paw Sox. Mo Vaughn was on the team. And then working up, I don't remember a whole lot. Mike Twardowski, I remember in the early 90s. But anyway, so Brent, I talked to him and he sent these cards out to me, which is extremely generous. Here's the 92 Rookie Sensations. The Rookie Sensation set was huge when it came out. He sent me this awesome Phil Plantier. I think this is a 91. I had originally thought that this might be McCoy in the background, but he's wearing an away jersey there, so I'm not sure that it was taken there. This is what line drive. I don't remember what league. CMC, 1990. The 91 Studio Rookie card. Great image of Phil. And then he also sent me this nice 91 Gold Leaf Rookies of Mo Vaughn. And Mo Vaughn was a great player in Boston, and I just never gave him the love I think he deserved. I just never caught on to the Mo Vaughn hype. He was a great player. I liked watching him. I think it was in the 95 playoffs when he went 0 for the series against the Indians, and it just, I don't know, maybe it soured me. But I was never like a huge Mo Vaughn fan. I don't know why. Because he was great when he played here. And of course, he left for the Angels. And that's a different story and has nothing to do with it. But I just never kind of gave him the respect he deserved as a fan in terms of like collecting him. I never went after his cards or, had a poster in my room. And I'm honestly not sure why. I remember wanting him to be in the All-Star game and thinking he deserved it, but he was behind Frank Thomas and a lot of first basemen. But yeah, it was nice to get that. A Mo collection is something I've got to do a little bit better at building, and I've have one card as you'll see here, and I've traded or made offers for a couple others. I do want to build my Mo collection because he was an excellent player for the Red Sox, and I don't want to skip over that history. But let's get into all the cards that I traded for because there are so many, and it's going to be crazy and a lot of fun to organize. First up, I got 3 for my set build, 74. I'm getting close 25-ish cards away. I got the Joe Coleman, the Tommy John, and the Jim McLaughlin. This was a non-series set, so the numbers don't really matter. It's not high number, low number. They're all one series. I picked up a couple Shoheis. We are a couple steps away from starting our renovation, which will get me a card room. And so I envision having a way to organize my cards. And I'm planning to put together like little player drawers and runs. So I'm trying to pick up some significant players, and Shohei's one of them. I wanted the Topps card that has his 50-50 on it, and then they did an insert set that says first 50-50 player in history. So that was a cool card to pick up. Next are some cards for TTM. We got a Toby Hare Diamond King, Steve Ellsworth, David Need, Ted Giannoulis, who I played the chicken. I think that's his name. He has a beautiful signature. I now have 2 chicken cards that I'm going to send out. I've gotten a lot of Grogan cards in the last few months. I think I have enough to send out 2 or 3 requests, so I've got to get one out and then wait an appropriate time. But here's some Grogan. I'm actually thinking I might do his entire run because I have so many cards in this awesome classics. We just need to put together his run. I have his rookie card for sure, and a bunch of others. Picked up the variable. He was a great signer when he was coaching Tennessee. I'm hoping he picks that back up when he is now coaching here in New England. I picked up this Al Brumbury. I really liked it. He's wearing a Red Sox hat here. He's never played on the Red Sox, but when this card was produced, he was a coach on the team. Tim Naring, 90 Fleer update. A couple Billy Sims Prism cards, which I think would look really cool signed, particularly in blue. Battle of the Sexes. This is Billie Jean King. She's right there. And she signs 1 per person per lifetime. So I've got to figure out another way to send it to her. I have an index card with her signed on it, but I'd love to get the card signed. And then Jose Guzman, that was gifted. So sometimes on Trading Card Database, people will just search your want list and send you some extras. And it's a lot of fun to get a surprise like that. Tons of mail days through this. Again, it's the cost of a stamp, and I'm trading stuff that I don't want for stuff that I do. And here's something that I would never buy, but I'm going on kind of a Kyle Schwarber rainbow here. So this is the 2022 Donruss Waltham, I don't know, it's version, or I don't know if it's even short print, but instead of his name, they put Waltham there. That's the city that I live in. This is because at a press conference one day, he wore a Waltham High School t-shirt. And so I love that Donruss gave him that little subset or whatever you want to call it. And so I'm going for the rainbow as much as I can trade for it. So I got the hollow blue, the hollow orange, this is called Independence Day, and then the hollow purple. And again, I'm not going to buy any of the serial numbered or any of these, but if I can trade for it, I'm going to go after as many as I can. And I just think it's pretty cool. And again, something you can do when you're not spending hobby dollars, but just pulling off trades. Pretty cool. Going after Babe Ruth cards, mostly in a Red Sox uniform. You know, I envision with a lot of the Hall of Fame players that have cards of later dates, trying to create a binder where I have a 2-page spread, 18 cards. I think it would look really cool. That's kind of a project. As I get into my sports room, I may want to start doing so. I'm picking up cards. I got this cool Archives Ruth with his Major League debut, July 11th, 1914. This is from 2011 Topps. It's top 60. They did it, I think, in every series. So here he is hitting. You can see the Red Sox on his name. And sometimes I just send out multiple trade requests, and if they don't get answered right away, later on I might send out another. And that this card, even though I requested it the first time, it hasn't been responded to, still shows up on my need list, so I'll request it again. And then if both people say yes, I end up with dupes. And that's okay. We got some Satchel Paige cards. I got a Stadium Club Red Foil Parallel. And Satch is another one that I am trying to just pick up any version of his card that I can, again, for that possible binder project. Here we got a 20, I think this is 24 Archives, maybe 23. Yeah, 24 Archives, okay. Here in the 1994 set design. I didn't like the 94 set design when it came out. There was also no big rookies that year, so I was a huge rookie collector when I was a kid. But I love it with these Archives cards. And you also get really great pictures. Here's another Satch on the 03 design. You just get fantastic pictures in these Archives and Stadium Club cards, which really I can really appreciate. Here we have a Call to the Hall Koufax. This is from 25 Topps. Here's another one of those Archives in the 94 design. Beautiful picture. I'm not sure where this came from, but this is 24 Topps of some iteration with the silver crackle. I love the shine as long as I don't have to pay for it. If I can trade for it, I'll go for it all day. And then here's his 24 Stadium Club I don't have no parallels of this yet. It's a nice image of him. Nothing spectacular, but again, something you're not going to find on a Playing Days card. Next up, we got some Jackies. So I picked up a couple of the Silver Pack cards. I think this might be from 2017, 2018. Not exactly sure. But both really nice images, and the rainbow is just so cool. And then I think this is 21 Archives, but they came out with a set of movie posters for a whole bunch of different teams. And I was able to pick this one up, The Boys of Summer. I think it's a fantastic looking card. I'm surprised that it's not more shiny or glossy. It's just kind of regular cardstock. And then you get the actors, you know, Pee Wee Reeves, Jackie Robinson, Campanella, Snyder. This goes in my Jackie collection for now. This might be a subset or an insert set that I try to collect everything from, because I just think it's so unique. And there's a whole bunch of teams they've done. It's a 10 card-ish insert set. Another one, shout out to Shane at Shoebox Legends that I've been going after, is Josh Gibson. You know, he's got a lot of cards that have been made in the last 15 years that look pretty cool. So here's his, I think this is 06 or 07, Allen and Ginter. Very simple pose. Yeah, 06. I'm working on more of these. I love this card from 24 Update. Here's the yellow parallel. The yellows came in hanger boxes only. Then this is Home Run History, home run number 800. I don't know if it has everyone, but it has like number 50, number 100. So I was able to pick that up, and this is just guessing it's a Josh Gibson subset. Here we have the Panini Golden Age, which is the same image as his 24 Stadium Club, and I believe this is the red foil. You can barely tell, but that Gibson is in red foil. So the same image, just cropped differently. Pretty cool. And then here's the 2023 pink. I love the pink parallel. I don't know why. It just stands out to me. So I have a few pinks in here. And then here's Tape Measure Blast. This is from around 2015 tops. Yeah, 2015 tops, Tape Measure Blasts. 460 feet at Yankee Stadium. I just thought it was a cool card. So I added it in there. So that's a, you know, small stack of Gibsons. Another player that I've been trying to get a lot are Reggies. Love Reggie Jackson. Might have been a Yankee, but he was a great player. And he's just so iconic. So here we got the 82 Donruss that actually came in today. The 01 Topps. This is his third home run, I believe, in 1977 Game 6. Here we have his Stadium Club, him with the A's. I thought that was a really clear and cool image. Another image of that home run, there's Charlie Huff. I may send that out to Charlie Huff to get signed just because he's there, but we see the same picture. This is from 94 Upper Deck. We have his Diamond King from 92 Donruss. I picked up his 81 Topps. Again, just slowly going after his run. Not great condition, but, you know, I don't know that I have this card. Could I replace it again? Yes. Could I keep it as final? Yep. Here's another one where I picked up dupes. This is the 92 All-Star Fan Fest set. I just kind of like it with the All-Star logo, his old A's jersey. Thought that was an attractive card, so I picked it up. Joe Mauer, I picked up a couple cards. I worked for the single A team when he was in single A. So I got a small collection, a couple autographs, game used item. So here's his 24 Stadium Club. Cool picture. It's 03, so second year Topps total. And then this is an update, 2013 update All-Star card. Just thought it was a nice picture of him. Clemente's next. Got a pink foil for the 24. Again, I just sucker. Here's an Archives 2023 on the 03 design. And here's Archives, I think this year on the 2022 Archives on the 57 set design. I thought that was a really great picture of Clemente. Hopefully another binder page coming of him. Griffey. I know I have this somewhere, but I wanted to trade for it just to have it out. Classic card. It's a little bit damaged, so I'll probably replace that. And then I'm going after any Griffies that just show his swing, because he has such an amazing swing. Probably the most iconic image of the 90s was his swing. So any card of his that shows the swing, I'm going to try to pick it up. And I just love the 94 Topps going back. I'm just going to get a stack of Hall of Famers here. Sorry for that, but I just picked up a whole bunch of retro Hall of Famers. I figured instead of grabbing each pack. So a couple Carews. This was, you know, one of those die cuts, which is really cool. And his Archives. Hank Aaron. I like this because I'm pretty sure that's an image of him breaking Babe Ruth's home run record. Picked up a double of his Archives. This I thought was a cool card. The combo card, 3,000 hits, Gwynn, Boggs, and Ripken. I think they all did it the same year. Stadium Club, Triumvirates, Willie Mays. If you put 3 pieces together say hey, and on the right side, kid. Someone offered me the trade. I didn't go looking for this, but it's a really cool card. Stan Musial, really nice picture of him. I love that you can see the details of the flannel jerseys there. Really interesting image of Monte Irvin, who's super twisted up. Willie Mays, Bob Gibson, all aces. I love this set. I loved adding the Gibbsy to that. Then here's an archives card of him that I just thought was super attractive. Nolan Ryan, shout out to Jim Faulkner. He had a show about the end of career Ryan cards, and the Don was on it with the career salute. I thought that was really cool. Popped it on my trade list, pausing the video, and now I've got it. A couple Pete Rose. He's not in the Hall of Fame, but I'm putting him in the stack. A couple 86. One, the King of Kings. That was the first time they did King of Kings. And then here's his record-breaking card, which I thought was neat. Love this Puckett card. I don't know why. It just speaks to me. 90 Leaf. I think Brent might have done a video on 90 Leaf. I can't remember. And I just went through and added Hall of Fame cards that I thought were attractive. I thought this Larkin was a particularly nice looking card. Duke Snider from Archives. Great Ernie Banks image from Archives. Shout out Shane at Shoebox Legends again. Cool Papa Bell is Prism. Maybe I'll put some parallels on there. Archives Mickey Mantle. 84 Donruss Molitor. Again, a really good looking set. This is taken at Fenway Park. I went through that and added some of the low tier Hall of Famers from that set. Maybe go on a Hall of Fame run, but I'm nowhere near that. A really cool looking Mazeroski on the 03 design. I know someone sent out this to Jim Palmer, and he signed right along the leg, but this is a really cool image. 24 Stadium Club. Here's a cool Eddie Murray. Again, someone that I don't really collect, but I like the picture with him and Ripken. Really nice 90 Leaf Ryan Sandberg. Same thing as the Larkin before. I just thought this was a really good looking card of him. I did pick up an actual vintage card of Joe Morgan. I have a little display that I have planned for the 77, and so I'm going to try to pick up some 77 tops. I have the complete set, but this was able to be worked out in a trade. I wanted this. I didn't have it. It's the 89 update Mike Schmidt. Just like kind of the career salute. I thought that was pretty cool. And then the last one, trying to pick up some Lou Brox. I don't have nearly enough of his cards in my collection. So I added him in. Next, we'll go through a rookie stack. Always trying to pick up rookies whenever I can. And I went on a little bit of a Mike Timlin binge. I loved Mike Timlin when he pitched here. He was a beast of a relief pitcher, and if they had put him in the 8th inning and taken Pedro out when they should have, Grady Little, the Red Sox would have gone to the World Series in 2003. He was warmed up and ready. So this is the Topps Tiffany, traded Tiffany, and you can tell if you pull it out. I'm not going to pull it out. I picked up a couple of the Topps traded. Again, dupes. I'm okay with that. Not his rookie year, but it's the rookie sensation card, so I'm counting it. His 91 Classic, 91 O-Pee-Chee, 91 Fleer Update, 91 Bowman, 91 Leaf. If I'm missing any of his rookies, it's like 1 or 2. Otherwise, I was able to complete the Timlin rookie run. I have his upper deck. He might have an Ultra or something. I'm not sure. So I might be 1 or 2 shy, but I'm going for his run. 92 Manny Ramirez rookie. This was a toss-in. Someone threw it in. The Tatis 19 Heritage. Skeens. Someone, again, this was a throw-in. Someone threw it in. Another Skeens. Jackson Merrill. That was a throw-in. His Holiday. Ellie De La Cruz. This is the Topps trading card day. You had to buy something to get this card. This was a huge card when I was growing up. Nomomania 95. I remember my friend somehow got a box of 95 Flair just to get this card, and he pulled it. Well, I just traded for it, buddy. Churio, that came in today. And then Kierstead, I've had this on my list for a while. Got to see him in the minor leagues last year, and he threw my buddy's kid a ball. So I have a soft spot for him. Wanted to add some of his cards. Last in the first stack, and we got the second stack. I am a budding Sal Frelick super collector. He grew up, as I've said in previous videos, he grew up in the town next to me. I actually might send him a tweet and see if I can send him a card to get signed. I picked up a whole stack of his rookie cards. So I'm just going to show them real quick. Most are different. There's the Aqua, just the regular Chrome. Picked up doubles of these, so maybe if you'll autograph one, I'll send it to him. Here's the best rookie. This is a 21 Genesis, so prospect card. The 528 Montgomery, you can see the foil on it there. Just rainbow foil, chrome rainbow foil, silver holiday, I don't know, kind of some silver sparkle. What is that, X-Fractor? Navy blue, then the holiday parallel. Here's the Archives, black foil, 2 Archives, got the doubles of that. Stadium Club, Allen Ginter Mini, Allen Ginter Chrome, and then a couple doubles in Heritage. I've got to have 40 or so of his rookie year cards now. So I'm considering myself a Sal Frelick collector. I don't know that I want to go past his rookie year. I think I just want to collect his rookies. And like I've said before, it's cool having a kid that grew up literally down the street in the big leagues. Got to see him hit a home run in the playoffs. Thought it was really cool. So I'd like to add an autograph or two one day. But yeah, I've got quite the Sal Frelick collection. All from trades, nothing purchased. Here's my insert. So random inserts. I was able to finish the 94 Ultra Award winners. I loved this set as a kid. There's a lot of randos like Robbie Thompson, Marquise Grissom, Mark Grace. I love the gold ingot. Made me think of like pirate gold there. And then you got this really detailed like emblem they had. And they went through, so this is NL Top Glove. I'm sure he won a gold glove, but they couldn't call it gold glove. It's Kurt Manwaring, Mark Langston, Devon White, Kenny Lofton, Greg Maddux, and that is the NL Pitcher of the Year. Jack McDowell, Pitcher of the Year, maybe that means Cy Young. World Series MVP Paul Molitor, Jay Bell, Mike Piazza, NL Rookie of the Year, there's Frank Thomas, and AL MVP, doubles of Devon White, Robbie Alomar, Pudge, and Omar Vizquel. So that completes that set for me. I think it's 25 cards. It's a lot, but I completed it all in trades. A couple from the Flair, 93 Flair, Wave of the Future, which is a cool set. I was hoping to have one binder page. I think I've gone beyond that now, but Tim Salmon's a big one from 93, and Dave McCarty, he was on the 04 Red Sox. Lumber Company, I eventually want to put the Lumber Company sets together, so I pick them up when I can. I love Lumber Companies. This is the 95 version. I want to start working on this one. This is Triple Play, Bomb Squad. I just like the sepia tone. This is the first card I remember being a sepia type card, Juan Gonzalez. Here's another Lumber Company from 96. It's got a matte finish to it. And then random insert that someone threw in was a Jason Tatum 25 Topps first pitch. They are currently, actually right now they're playing the Knicks. They're down 0-2. Don't know how they're going to fare, but figured for the Boston collection that would be pretty cool. All right, I still have a voice, which is kind of amazing. And still a lot of cards to go. So these are all my just general Red Sox cards or Boston cards that I picked up. So Rick Farrell, the Platinum Anniversary, just thought it was a neat card. Roger Clemens, welcome to the show. I like Clemens cards when he's the younger Clemens, not the fat roided out Clemens. Tim Wakefield Season Crowns, I didn't know that this even existed until Jason, I'm forgetting the channel name, but he started collecting Wakefield. He showed this off. It's just a cool acetate card with an image on the front, and then you've got kind of this shield thing on the back. Talking about Tim Wakefield's 95 year, fantastic year. This was a throw-in, a 24 Donruss Clemens. I wanted a Ricky in a Red Sox uniform. The only time I ever got to see Ricky play was in 02 for the Red Sox, and I got to see him steal bases. So I picked up his 03 Topps card just because I wanted a Ricky. Here's an Oil Can Boyd 84 Donruss rookie card, Wanda card. So this was iconic in the 2018 year. This is 2017 Topps, but it's Jackie Bradley, Mookie Betts, and Andrew Benintendi doing a little dance after a Red Sox victory. It was a lot of fun having those guys. It didn't last nearly long enough, and they were a fantastic outfield. I want to pick up some more Dustin Pedroia, so I put some on my list. Veritek, another Rice Coca-Cola, one that I didn't have. Rafi Devers. A lot of controversy with him in Boston right now, but this is still kind of a sick card in their City Connect jersey. Cool Tris Speaker Archives. Koji, I loved Koji, one of my top 10 all-time favorite Red Sox. Here's the 20, I think it's 15 Bowman. Yep, Bowman Chrome, and I like the retro uniforms they're wearing. Roger Clemens, this was on, it might have been on, I remember Shane was part of it. It might have been on John 3 to 80s Kid. I don't remember where, but this is 97 Upper Deck. And it depicts Roger Clemens hitting, and it's not interleague play. This was actually his first major league at bat. They lost the DH that game, and he came up to bat late in the innings while he was still pitching. It says down here, May 23rd, 1996, and he singled up the middle, which was a huge event. I tried to find on YouTube the clip, and I can't find it. But at the time, you didn't have pitchers hitting. Interleague play didn't come in until 1997. So a pitcher coming up to hit was a big deal. You can see everyone in the stands standing up, and then he smacked a single up the middle. Jim Rice Kellogg's, this is what, 1981. Pretty cool card, good condition. Some of the serial stuff I want to start adding. Another Raffy Devers. Nomar, someone threw that in. Archives Bog, I think that's great with just the clouds behind him. That's an amazing image. I have almost every Red Sox card from the 2019 Heritage set. This is one of them that I needed. Enrique Hernandez, just a cool picture in front of the monster there. Dustin Pedroia with the Rookie Cup. Again, need to add more of him. Xander, Rookie Cup. Wanted to get the Rookie Cup for him. Another Xander, cool looking card. Chris Sale, I don't remember. I think someone threw this one in. This is a Mo Vaughn, and again, what I need to build on him. But this is a top insert, and it's just a fantastic looking card. It's called Sweet Strokes, and Vaughn had just the biggest uppercut ever. But the shine and the detail on that, you can't beat a 90s insert. Wade Boggs. This is a set from last year's Heritage. It's called the Fred Lynn Files. It's a 9 or 10 card set, and I didn't know it existed from Heritage. So I'm going to be going after this whole set. Obviously, like, this image isn't from 75, but it's still cool to have a Fred Lynn Red Sox set based on his 1975 season. Cool to learn about that. I picked up some Duran, so a rookie card, Bowman. I thought this one's really cool. So this is the All-Star foil from the All-Star Game foil complete set. And I think it's cool because he was the MVP of the All-Star Game. So I was really psyched to add that card. I need to add more Durans. Rated rookie, love the symbol. And, you know, Shane talks about on his channel, you know, if you can get the Donruss Panini and it doesn't, you can't tell that it's not logo free. And this is pretty close to it. There should be a logo right there, but otherwise it looks pretty good. That they're pretty cool cards. Bowman Chrome rookie and his Topps rookie. Some Fist cards, 79, 76. I picked up a nice 68 game of George Scott. A 67 Canigliaro. It's got a little issues. I'm working on his Red Sox Topps run. I'll do a video sometime, but I was able to pick this up. For now, this is going to be the placeholder. Maybe one day I'll upgrade it, but to trade that and not have to buy it is pretty cool. Fred Lynn 77 Topps. Now, this is a cool one. We're going on. This is going to be my longest video ever. This is a 69 Global Imports. It's really kind of a nothing of a card. It's paper thin. It literally feels like it's printed on old paper. Orlando did a great video on this a couple of years ago. These were given out at gas stations in the South, and someone offered up for trade. I thought it was a unique Canigliaro item, knowing that I'm going after his Red Sox run. So, you know, I don't think I'd go for any more. There's some Hall of Famers in the set. There's nothing spectacular about that card. It's just very weird and niche and unique and kind of cool. 60 Topps Malzone. It's creased, but again, I didn't trade a lot for it. 72 liters with Killebrew, Frank Robinson, and a Red Sox, Reggie Smith. I picked this up for my, I got a bunch of Red Sox moments because he's hitting here with the World Series patch. Maybe it's his home run in Game 6. Who knows? I like to think it is. And then I found that I have a couple parallels of this, so I don't actually need that card. Here's them winning the World Series in 2004 from the 2005 Topps set. Vasquez's home run over the monster against Tampa in the playoffs in 21. Here's the Bloody Sock game from Masterpieces. A couple Red Hots, Johnny Gomes. Not necessarily a moment, goes in that set. He's got the Boston Strong patch on. And then here's John Lester pitching Game 5 in the World Series. I'd like to try to add them as parallels if I can for the Moments set, or the Moments collection. Here we got Koji Uehara. This is Moments because you can see the World Series patch on his shoulder. I think this might be after he picked off Colton Wong at first. We got David Ross. I think that's the World Series patch on his arm. Boston Strong patch, though, counts for me. He was a great catcher in 2013. Here's a Xander rookie card. Great, it's a Xander rookie card, but this picture was taken in the 2013 World Series. And I guess I traded for 2 JD Drews that I didn't need, or Steven Drews, because there he is, 2014 Topps. And then shout out to Shane at Shoebox Legends. He showed this on his channel. I don't know if he showed a Bruin. I think he showed the Chara. These are Tim Hortons from 2020. So they're Canadian. And it's a Stanley Cup winners, and there's 3 Bruins in it. There's the Chara, there's the Brad Marchand, and there's the Patrice Bergeron. And so I went immediately and found someone who had all 3 in Canada and asked to make a trade. And here they are. They're beautiful cards. I'm not the biggest Bruins fan, I did watch in 2011 all of their playoff games and a lot of the regular season games. And these are just gorgeous cards, and you can't beat something when your home team has the Stanley Cup. So that'll go in the Boston Moment set. Gosh, I got to speed this up. If you're still watching, you're amazing. Ted Williams cards. Here's the 92 FanFest. He threw out the first pitch in the 92 All-Star game, the first All-Star game that I watched. Here's his Archives card. This was a cool Panini Diamond Kings, just a neat art image of him. Another Archives, beautiful picture. The 93 Ted Williams card number 1. I have this somewhere. I know that I do, but I don't know where, so pick another one. Here's a Greats of the Game card. Here's a 94 Upper Deck with him pitching, his only pitching appearance. And then 19 Update Perennial All-Stars. Cool batting stance. He's in the cage. You can see the flannel. I just love images that show the detail of the flannel. Let's go Yaz next. Picked up a nice stack of Yaz. His 82 in action. I have this, but in poor condition. I think someone threw that in too. His Ted Williams card. And I love that he's got the mid-70s jersey on there. Here's a Masterpieces card. I'm sure it's taken of an image from the World Series. You can see the bunting there. Got a 72 Topps knocked off. Not perfect. There's a crease here and a little bit of damage there. So this will be standing for an upgrade. I love the shine and the die cut on this. Here's the 84 Living Legends bench Yaz. Nice to get that. Kellogg's card of Yaz. This might be 83. Yeah, 83. Cool card. I picked that up with that rice that I showed earlier. Another Masterpieces. And then I have this card already. This is a picture from the 1967 World Series. And this is just the Stadium Club Chrome. No parallel. Nothing special. Now for my last three, my three favorite players. Here's Mookie, Stars from this year. Heritage from 2 years ago. This cool card with the MVP showing that he won the MVP. You know, there's some mirroring on his helmet, but otherwise it's a really cool looking card. Also from Panini, you can't tell there's no logo there. Peak Performers, I think that's a really cool insert set. Then his finest card from I think it's 19. Yep, 2019. So I like that because it shows his MVP stats on the back. 346 average, 32 home runs, 80 RBIs. Was able to pick out the Bowman's Best Refractor. Probably wipe off that fingerprint. The Bowman Chrome, nice image of Mookie. And then his second year card, his Future Stars card. Wanted to pick that up too. And just add Mookie's. Now my top two favorite players. First, I picked up some Poppies. Nice stack there. His pink foil. This is also would fit in my Moments collection because this is after the 2013 World Series. Celebrating the 2013 World Series with his gigantic bottle of champagne. That's the Stadium Club card. Nice Mojo Refractor. Autumn Tales. That might be his home run against the Angels. It's going to say that it's against the Yankees. Or it might have been a single, actually. By where he's looking, that might have been a single in Game 5. Nice Heritage Ortiz there. 2017 Topps is a great image of Ortiz, just a stretched out swing. League Leaders card. 2014, again, a nice, beautiful picture of Ortiz in his swing. Then for the Moments of the Ortiz set, I've got the Red Hot. This is called the Red Hot foil. It's basically Game 6. They won. They're celebrating. You see Pedroia there. Stephen Drew there. Nice picture of Ortiz there. Another Red Hot of his 2014. Here's the red parallel of him celebrating in 2013 from 2024 Stadium Club. This is 2019 Topps 35th anniversary. Really cool card. I love this insert. This is Topps Big League. I don't remember what year, but it's to the moon. It's got that refractor shine. It's die cut. The baseball is the moon. I think this is such a cool insert set. 2024 Topps. I'm pretty sure it's Big League. Wicked cool. That was just such a cool pickup. Someone gifted me this. Topps Own the Game from 06. Here's an Archives and his 2003 Topps. So I've never really kept or cared about his Twins card, but kind of wanting to go on a little bit of an Ortiz run there, and just even the Twin stuff matters. The Twins matter too, guys. I'm tired. This video has been long, but here's my Pedro cards. Favorite player of all time. Here's a Studio from 04. I love this because it's got the old State House in the background. Family Business from 2019, his 93 Flair. Here's an Archives card. Just thought that looked cool with the green and the yellow. Season to Remember, 1999. His banner season is such a fantastic year. Second season standout. I don't know why it's second season, maybe because it depicts his 1999, his second season with the Red Sox. Yep, it talks about his Game 5 against Cleveland. Here's he is with the Expos, Gold Medallion Edition, which the person didn't advertise it as that. And this is a cool Fleer in sketch, something like that. Gold Medallion Ultra, slightly die cut. Leaf, here's a cool die cut from Topps Platinum Players. 04 Crackerjack. 04 Donruss. This is from, I don't remember, Archives had the Topps Baseball Magazine, like cover cards. 93 Bowman. I want to get the 92 Bowman. Here's his 24 Stadium Club in the pink parallel. I've said how I like that. And then these three came today. Here he is in the 89 refractor. There's the red parallel from 24. And then to top it all off, my Topps Chrome. So this 22 Platinum Anniversary. Cool card. I like the shine. I got the Rick Farrell. That's a huge, long video because I traded for way too many cards. If you guys stayed along to just look at some random inserts and watch my collection grow in just those little random ways, I love making trades. All it costs is a stamp, and you get some cards that matter in your collection versus the boxes and boxes of cards that don't matter, and I wish I didn't have. So I'm glad to add these. Now I have the fun of organizing them and putting them into their catalog drawers, and you know, the Pedros will go with the Pedros, and the Ortizes will go with the Ortizes, the Frelicks will go with the Frelicks, and I got a lot of work to do. So if you hung around this long, I really appreciate it. If you haven't done Trading Card Database, I suggest you take the time to load stuff. If you're interested in making small trades, you're not going to be finding huge cards there. It's for the smaller stuff. If you're a set builder, it's perfect. If you're a player collector, it's perfect. If you're a team collector, perfect. So I suggest you do it if you're any of those things, or if you just want to go back to, you know, what the basics were as it was when you were a child. Trading cards with your friends. You might not know these people, but you know, I sent out my an insert of Jeff Bagwell that I didn't want, and I was able to get, you know, a Sal Frelick rookie card I didn't have. Pretty sweet deal to me. So anyway, guys, if you stayed this long, thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry it was so long, but I'm also not sorry because I love the cards that I picked up. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys again soon. Keep collecting, keep having fun. Adios, amigos.